Now that we've gotten that out the way, why credit's important. So, what are some things that people can do to improve their credit today? Like today, I'm watching today. How do I improve my credit?
Yeah, so I mean, let's just I'll use an example from my personal life, right? I had multiple credit cards, and I had to get. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to get a debt consolidation loan.
Okay.
So basically, I had say three credit cards. They each had $1,000 on it, so that's 3K, right? Um, what I did was I got this loan, and then I paid off each individual credit card down to zero, and I only paid that specific loan, and I paid it off. But with that, you have to be disciplined, right? You can't then take out a loan and then go spend the 3,000 again. So that's the main component. But if you were to consolidate that, your credit score would go up 30 to 40 points.
Well, let me ask you this question because I think you hit a key point right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I get this debt consolidation loan
Yeah.
because I have so many credit cards with so many balances,
Yeah.
should I cut up those credit cards?
See, here's the thing.
I didn't say cancel the account.
You didn't say cancel the account. So if you're not disciplined, then maybe you should cut up your credit cards or put them in a safe or some type of weird location, right?
Mm-hmm.
But definitely you want to put some type of membership like a Netflix or a gym membership or some type of subscription on your card so you can keep that account rolling because they'll cut your account off and then right if you don't have any expenses on that account. But yeah, I mean, if that's what you have to do, cut your card up. What you think?
Well, yeah, if you don't have discipline, you shouldn't have a credit card, period. So,
But Chris, I need credit. I need to go rent an apartment. I want to buy a home.
I get it. So, in that person's case, if you've gotten to the point where you have these three credit cards that are out of control, you obviously can't pay them,
Right.
and to the point that you go get a loan to pay them, then yeah, you should probably cut those cards. And maybe you can revisit when you have better financial health. Right, because I have multiple credit cards, and I've had them for years, and for the most part, as a working professional, I've never carried a balance, and I have no temptation to, because of my view of money.
Sure.
So for me, credit is just a tool.
Right.
Credit was a tool to get the home I wanted at the interest rate I wanted in the neighborhood I wanted. Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
But Chris, okay, think about when you were younger, right?
yeah.
And you
When I was younger,
Yeezys.
equity Chris.
When you were younger, equity Chris.
Yeah.
I'm saying like fresh out of college, maybe right before you're about to graduate, right?
Okay.
And you have a credit card. You weren't racking them up a little bit. You didn't make any mistakes.
See, now that goes into the tips of what you should do when building your credit. But look, here's the thing: if you want to improve your credit, right? Because that's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
First thing you need to do is open a credit card.
Right.
But to speak to what he just said and what I did is I opened a credit card when I was 18. My parents said, no, do not get a credit card because in their experience, they abuse credit cards and they didn't want me to fall victim to that. And so what I said was, all right, I'm going to get a credit card anyways at 18 and I'm going to just have a $500 credit card limit. So to answer your question, when I graduated college, yeah, I maxed out my credit card to $500.
Okay.
First paycheck, I wiped it clean.
That's solid. Okay.
So, number one tip to improve your credit, if you have zero credit, get a credit card today. I don't care how old you are. If you're 18 or older, get a credit card today. If you have to get a secured credit card, do it. It's worth it. Then what I say is limit the amount on the credit limit. If they are forcing $1,500 on you, $2,000 limit on you, call them and say, "Hey, I just wanted to cut short at $500,
right.
So you're not tempted to rent it up." And that's something that'll immediately improve your credit score, and that'll do what's called forced discipline on you. Now, don't do that and then open another credit card and then just have 10 credit cards with these $500 limits. That still puts you at $5,000. Right. Although a $5,000 credit card debt is small in comparison to some Americans who have in the 50s, $60,000, even $100,000 in credit card debt.
Who has $100,000 in credit card debt? My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's real, but geez. You know people?
Yeah.
Wow. I couldn't imagine.
I know, man.
I mean, tough. On the hook for $100,000. That's not mortgage. That's not car loan. That's just credit cards. Oh my goodness.
For some people, credit cards are like a drug.
I can see that.
You know, and another tip to improve your credit is, of course, right? So this is gonna go counter to the point I just made.
Okay.
So I wouldn't recommend doing this until you're at the point where you're making what you believe is a decent income, and you might want to start using your credit soon, right? And when I say using your credit, I mean getting a car, getting a home, or a business loan. You want to increase your credit limits.
Yeah.
Right? So that gives you a favorable credit utilization. Because if you have $500 on a credit card, even if you have $1 on a credit card and your credit limit is $500 versus your credit limit being $5,000, that'll significantly impact your credit score. But of course, that tip requires discipline because you don't want to get $15,000, $20,000 credit limit and think you can use it all up.
Right.
I mean, you know, with me being modest, I probably have about $100,000 credit limit right now among all my cards, and my balance is like $5. So
that's amazing. You got like an 800 credit score though, right?
Yeah. Although after I paid off my car, it dipped. Seriously, that's crazy.
Yeah, because that account's not there anymore.
Yeah, but it's anyways.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand.
Credit score
when your accounts aren't on there. Yeah.
Your credit score is not a grade of how good you are with your finances. It's just a grade on how good you are with handling debt. That's all I got to say on that.
Right.
But what's another tip to improve your credit score?
To improve your credit score?
Like today.
Today.
So we said increase your credit limit.
Right.
Open a credit card.
For sure. Just pay your bills on time. You definitely want to pay your bills on time. If you have anything under a 99% payment rate or history, that's going to negatively impact you a lot. So, probably 20 points, or more. Yeah. If you don't pay your notes on time. Then,
yeah. I think if you're behind, you can't get 720.
Right. And then also you want to avoid any collections. So a collection is something that if you didn't pay your bill and you just kind of let it sit for a long time, they the collection agency will actually reach out to you and say, hey, you owe this amount. Like, say, for instance, if you went to a pharmacy or you went to a doctor and you didn't pay that bill. Well, they want that money. So in order for them to get the money, they hit up a collection agency and they send out these notices and they say, if you don't pay this, it's going to hit collections. And collections stay on your account if you don't pay them for a very long time. I think it's 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
There's a caveat to that, though. It's supposed to say 7 years, but if they sell that debt to another company, sometimes it starts over, even though it shouldn't. Right? You can go contest that, but then they'll continually start it over, and then you'll see that collections forever. So another tip that will immediately improve your credit greatly. If you have a collections, go ahead and look at getting that negative trade line removed from your credit report. And you can work with a credit recovery company to get that done. I recommend Lexington Credit Repair. They can help you get a collection off your credit report. Although I say that collection must be paid in full in order for them to really be able to help you. Because if it's not paid in full and it's removed from your credit report, once they sell that debt, it will pop back up again on your credit report.
For sure. Another thing that you could do, if you're not really aware of your credit, you probably want to go and look up a Mint app or Credit Karma. Log in, put in your social security number, do all the logging in, and see what your credit score is. Some people don't even know what their credit score is, and that's kind of crazy. So, more information, the better.
Yeah. Definitely.